This is part 2 on free will and evil. I wanted to dig a little deeper. The idea that free will is necessary for God to hold us responsible. First, let's go over again the facts. Number 1, evil is in and part of this world. Number 2, God is all-powerful. Number 3, God does not stop evil. Number 4, if God is all-powerful, then he chooses not to stop evil. First, all it took was one bite of forbidden fruit for Adam to be responsible before God. I mean, just a piece of fruit cost Adam an eternity in hell, if not for the saving work of Christ. So for responsibility to be established, it took only a piece of fruit. Then what is all the horrible evils doing in this world? Why could not God have said, I will make it so lying is the worst sin that will ever enter into the heart of man? Surely that is worse than eating a piece of fruit. Every man would tell a lie, responsibility is established, justice can be done. So why the rape, murder, etc.? Can't God stop a murderer? Surely the man has told a lie before he ever gets down to murder. His responsibility is already established. And what kind of answer can God give to the one being raped or murdered under the scheme of free will? I can just see God. Oh, ma'am, I know you are calling for my help while you're being raped, and I have all the power to help you, but I need to allow this man to establish his responsibility before me, so keep your chin up. Now, anyone out there really think something like that will fly? Can a policeman get away with that? Oh, ma'am, I need to make sure he commits the crime, so when I take him to the judge, we can make sure he is found guilty. Of course not. That policeman that did nothing would be hauled in on charges. But this is what, or how, you are explaining God's role in all of this. You know as well as I do, that woman will be saying, I don't care about him being responsible. I need help, and you did not give it. Now let's go further. Free will makes God extremely unfair. Since not only physical safety is a concern, but if free will is true, there are eternal consequences to be looked at. What if that man being murdered is not saved? Not only is God not saving him physically, God is standing by while he plunges into hell. Is this fair? What if tomorrow he would have been witnessed to and gave his heart to the Lord? But God stood by and allowed him to be murdered tonight. You say, well, he should have gotten saved earlier. It's his own fault. I say, how unfair is that? Because God will let another man live in sin for 80 years before he gets saved. Now this 80-year-old man is in heaven after 80 years of sin. And this other man God allowed to be murdered at 20 and is in hell. Would God not have been more fair to have taken the 20-year-old that is in hell when he was a baby so he could be in heaven? I mean, if God was not going to give him 80 years to find God, and the other man he did, that is unfair. This also makes God a respecter of persons, because God gives one man a long life before finally coming to know the Lord, and another God takes at a young age without ever having the opportunity of that same long life to find God. God could say, I will only let the ones that are saved be killed, so that at least they won't go to hell without having the opportunity of a long life to find God. I thought the idea of free will is God wants everyone everywhere to be saved. He wants you to be saved so bad. It looks to me like God could be doing a little more to help. I have more on this argument, but that is all for right now. God bless.